what Shantideva talks about. It's ultimate reality itself. Exactly. Yes. So that's how, to quote Dogen, body and mind fall away. To study the self, to forget the self. Dogen said. And that's a very good way of looking at this. And the reason that we forget the self is because we have a direct access to ultimate reality here. And actually that is what enlightenment is. And before we stop, there are always more questions, but I do want to make one point about the text, about the entire text that we're dealing with here. Because as I said, 8 chapters precede this chapter. And the 9th chapter is like a foundational course on emptiness, on understanding ultimate reality and on understanding Madhyamika philosophy. Now you might ask, if this is such a basic thing, then why isn't it the first chapter? Because we have these 8 chapters that are composed to bodhicitta, and then we learn about practicing generosity and making offerings and remembering impermanence and doing good deeds, all these things, also behaving well at the table when we eat, learn all these things in the preceding 8 chapters. And then in the 9th chapter he hits us with... And actually what this means is that he gives us an intellectual way of becoming enlightened. But he has all these 8 chapters with all very practical things in it that we need to do to become a bodhisattva. So why would he have done it that way? Why not start with explaining us wisdom and then going on with the practical implications of that? Why reverse it? Why doing the hard stuff last, or the basic stuff last? Yeah, I'm full of trick questions tonight. Okay, the question is, if the Bodhicaryavatara is made up of 9 chapters and the 9th is on wisdom, which you might say are the basics of being a bodhisattva, why then did he precede it with 8 chapters that are very practical and that has us do things like making offerings, contemplating impermanence, practicing generosity, etc.? Why did he structure it this way? Well, I always find that with Shantideva my mind is full of thoughts. But yes, that might be an answer. Yes, I think all those are very good answers, and I think they all can be sort of condensed in Gillian's answer, so it won't be nihilistic. Because you might think if we start with chapter 9 and immediately we go into emptiness and we say, oh, all phenomena are empty, so they're void of meaning. Then the question might be, okay, so why practice? But that is not what Shantideva wants from us, because he wants to become a bodhisattva. And the bodhisattva actually practices the paramitas, the virtues. So that's why he concentrates on those first, so that we might already practice them. And then we come to an intellectual understanding of emptiness, of wisdom. That's why that is the last chapter. So what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks is, because Shantideva is doing that, so we're going to do it too, is go on a whirlwind tour of early medieval Tibetan philosophy, because he gets all of those into his wisdom chapter. So we're going to take a look at the different schools and what they think about reality and enlightenment. And just follow Shantideva as he deals with those objections to the Madhyamika philosophy. So at this point we have, I think, 3 minutes for the end of this lecture. Are there any burning questions that need to be answered now? Or any remarks? Or any sighs of relief that you want to share? Yes, Phoenix Mike. Please ask it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. And the question is, yeah. Yes, so if you were Shantideva, what would you say to yourself? Yeah. What's your question?